Hello everyone and welcome to another speed building video. I know it's been a very long time since I've uploaded a new video on YouTube, but I promise this will be the last part of my Petit Trianon build, and by the time this video is online you will be able to download this build from the Sims 4 gallery. So in this last part I'm focusing on furnishing the upper floor of the Petit Trianon, which is the attic floor. Now I had to take a lot of creative liberties, if you will, because sadly there isn't much imagery available of this floor. And also because this floor is usually not accessible for regular visitors, there's also not very much CC I could download to furnish this upper floor. At the moment I am working on the apartment of Louis XVI. So Louis XVI actually had a little apartment on the upper floor, but by my knowledge I don't think he ever used it, because he also needed an invitation by the Queen to visit Le Petit Trianon. So as I mentioned before in my previous videos, Le Petit Trianon was only accessible by those people who had an invitation by Marie Antoinette. So this was the domain of Marie Antoinette, and that's how she used it to escape court etiquette, because the etiquette in Le Petit Trianon was not as strict as it was in the main palace. So she used it as a little retreat and to relax. So here I am focusing on the bedroom of Louis XVI. I don't really remember if he actually has a bedroom there, but I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've recorded this video. But I thought it suited it nicely. So weirdly enough, it has a hot pink color, which is something that is actually the case in the real Petit Trianon. And this little room will be a little desk area, little bureau, little office. That's the word I was looking for, a little office, which is actually an office in the real Petit Trianon as well. Well, as I mentioned before, I've never been in this area of the palace. I'm not sure if you can actually access it. Probably if you have enough money, you can probably book a private tour to these little attic rooms. So the next room I will be focusing on is the bedroom of the Empress Josephine, the wife of Napoleon I. So she also had a little apartment on the upper floor. It was refurbished, obviously, and just like with Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI, Le Petit Trianon was for the Empress, and Le Grand Trianon was for the Emperor. So Napoleon refurbished Le Grand Trianon to his taste, and then Le Petit Trianon was for the use of the Empress. So, and this was her main bedroom. It is a suite of apartment. It's an apartment suite. I didn't have any images from the other rooms that I furnished, so I took some creative liberties to furnish them. But there is an image available for this room, which is the main bedroom and also the main focus of the apartment. So I did follow the floor plan that I had available, but I think I changed some of the smaller rooms, because it has a lot of small rooms. I also switch around the bedroom because this isn't correct. The bed is actually on the other side in the real Petit Trianon, so that's why I switch it around. I'm not sure if I taped it, but in the images you will be able to see that the apartment or the bedroom will still change a little bit to reflect the reality more. I also changed the wallpaper as well. So this is a little salon I'm working on now. It's just something that I made up. I'm not sure if it's actually there. The room is there, but I'm not sure what it looks like because I didn't find any images of the existing room or what it looks like today. So I just wanted it to reflect the bedroom as well. So that's why it's also blue. So it's basically trying to fill up the rooms with the custom content that is available. Or here I am already skipping a part, and this is the last little bit that I did, the last little video that I made, and it's basically just trying to furnish the last rooms. I have no idea what they are in reality. Because, like I mentioned a couple of times before now in this video, there aren't any images. Although I believe that I found an image of this room, but if I'm not mistaken, it's just empty. It just has a wallpaper and had this floral pattern, so that's why I went with a blue and a pink version of a floral pattern in these rooms. And I believe they are apartments. So that's why I made it into a bedroom and then a little sitting room that reflects the bedrooms a little bit. So I am using a lot of custom content, and because, well, one of the reasons why it took me so long to record another part of these videos is because I'm dating someone from the Netherlands, and I'm spending a lot of time in Rotterdam right now. Well, the last year actually. And this save file was on my computer back in Belgium, but I just didn't go to Belgium that much anymore. And when I was there, I usually didn't play The Sims because I didn't have much time to play The Sims at home. But now I bought a new computer here in the Netherlands, which is even better than the one I have at home in Belgium, and so I transferred all the save files and all the custom content on this new computer so I can record videos here as well and upload new videos. I have a lot of material now to make new videos, so that should be okay in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, there's a lot of things coming up. I made one of the next builds I did is the Linderhof Palace in Bavaria, and I also made a new restaurant which is based on it's very loosely based on the Royal Palace in Brussels. I'm from Belgium, so it's a little dear to my heart, and the main restaurant area is actually in the throne room, which is the most epic room in the Royal Palace. So I actually started with the throne room and then built the rest around it. So yeah, there's still a lot of things coming up now. So here I'm just trying to furnish the last little rooms that still have to be furnished, and I just had to use my imagination. I had to use my imagination for this top floor. And yeah, this will be the last little things left to do. And I'm happy that it's finally finished. I also did another refurbishment of my Versailles build actually, which I have recorded as well. So if you like to see more of Versailles, there was the custom content creator that I mainly used, which is Alexandre, which you can find on Patreon, and I will link down below. He made the bedroom of Marie Antoinette in the main palace in Versailles, and so that inspired me to refurbish the whole palace again. So the first floor is actually accurate now this time around. So the most rooms are completely accurate. It has the same furniture, the same wallpaper. It's basically the same size, and so that's why I decided to overhaul it completely. And yeah, I recorded that as well, so if you want to, I can upload that as well. I also created a new main staircase in the Versailles build. So yeah, here I'm just finishing up the last little rooms, so 2 more apartments. So there are a lot of bedrooms actually on the top floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bedrooms, and then there's one on the first floor as well, which was actually the main floor. It has a beautiful name for it. It's in French it's called Le Bel Étage, and in Italian Le Piano Nobile, which means that it's actually the most important floor of a house, or a palace in this case. It's where all the staterooms are located. So here I'm just putting down some art and objects in the rooms to fill them out, to fill them up. So it looks more lived in and more realistic. I think that with putting down some clutter objects, it makes it more realistic at least. So as I mentioned before, I use custom content mainly by Felixandre and the Jim 07. Felixandre you can find on Patreon. I will link his Patreon down below. And then the Jim 07 I will also put a link down below to his custom content on Mod The Sims. So they create these beautiful pieces. They're just amazing. I couldn't do what I'm doing without their custom content. It just wouldn't look the same, because The Sims 4 is very limited, and it would also be very difficult for the creators of The Sims to make all these things that I would like to see. So here I'm creating one of the bathrooms, one of the bigger bathrooms. So it also echoes the bedroom of the Empress with the blue curtains. As you can see in the images, if you look to your right now, that's where the bedroom is located. And as I mentioned before, I moved around the bed and went for a different wallpaper, because I just thought that it suited it more. So yeah, I think we're getting near the end of the video. There are still some little things that I'm doing right now, like putting more art in the hallway and finishing up some bathrooms. But I'm gonna wrap up here anyway. The video will end with some images, some screenshots of this last area that I furnished. And you can download this via the link that I will provide down below, or you can search for it. It will be called Le Petit Trianon on the Sims 4 gallery, or you can just use the link, or you can use the hashtag Wizard of Oz 1988, or just type in the EAID Wizard of Oz 1988. So that's Wizard of Oz with a double Z at the end, and 1988, which is my birth year. So anyway guys, I want to thank you for watching, for your patience as well, because you had a lot of patience. I'm happy that it is finally finished, it's finally over, you can finally enjoy it. I hope you will enjoy it as well, that you will use it in your Let's Plays. And yeah, thank you for watching, and have an amazing day. Goodbye.